Baby girl, you are a flower. What's up? So let's get this shit together over here. I need some of these pesos. I see where you at. That tastes good. You only need like a little teeny bit. Hey y'all. Hey. Happy resurrection. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tap when you come in. Don't wait too long, y'all. We ain't got all day. We gotta hurry up. So, yo, told you I was coming through. Coming through. Meet me in the kitchen. So, y'all, look, I'm making oyster, hi, Elisa. Hi, Zoe. I'm making oyster, fried, chicken mushrooms. I'm making, cabbage fritters, quinoa, and brown rice. Attach. So pin message. Okay. I want to be able to pin a message when you come in, but I don't know how to do that. Do you guys know how to do it? It's craziness. I don't know what to do with that. I did it one time. Now I was able to pin them. I tapped on your comment, but I'm not even able to put nothing down. How do you do that? So that's crazy. Let me get my wine. Let me sit her over here. I gotta open up the window a little more. Here we go. I want to learn how to pin a message. Yeah, that's what I want to learn how to do. So let me sit the assignment on this right here. Why it drains. This is clean. We're going to take this right here. So these are my carrots. I got to use a cup of shredded carrots for my carrot cake. And so I think that should maybe be like four shredded carrots should make a cup. Just by eyeballing it, I kind of think so. So yeah, I put soy sauce and all that in that. I'm gonna put some flour in it, mix her up. I'm gonna beat her up first and then add my flour to it. Right? So what's popping? What's cooking? So this is my dredge for my cabbage. I made this before. I didn't use miso powder, but when I made this cabbage fritters before, this tastes just like an egg foo young. It really did. So my cabbage, I use scallions and fresh garlic. So I whisked that up real good, and I took and I zest some ginger in there as well. Yep. So let me get my potato flour, my tapioca flour. I just had it. Girl. I knew I had it. So I'm going to drop the video that I made my chickpea salad, my untuna, but guess what? I put tuna in mine. Yeah, I put tuna. So you need the flour in there. Like so. So I use milk. So I'm whisking the tapioca flour and all that together. So it'll incorporate in there. What's up, y'all? Highlight of highlight. Hey. So yeah, so I'm gonna say it again. I'm having cabbage fritters, blackened salmon, fried oyster mushrooms, and brown rice. And I'm getting ready to whip up my carrot cake. So as soon as I get this situated and let this sit together, so I'm going to show you what it looks like. I put mince. Hey, how you? Thanks for dropping by. Happy Easter. Happy Easter. I appreciate you. I'll be over. I'll be over. So there we go. So that's it for her. So that's going. Now, since I did that, we whisked all that together. I'm going to take the cabbage and I'm going to let it sit in here. Just like so. So it's going to absorb all that. So here we go. So no water. You don't want it watery, so I'm going to take and flip it. So once this sits in here, it's going to sit in the juice and absorb the flour. And I'm going to be a little more, because you know, I'm flour child. I got to be a little more extra. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little chickpea flour on top. So it can like really thicken it up. But if you can see it from the bottom, you can see the liquid, the egg, and so forth. So I have chickpea flour. Because when we fry it, we want it to have like a little crust, excuse me. A little crust on it. So here we go. Chickpeas is good. Good source of protein. It thickens up. Oh, there we go. So that's it. There you go. So I use a small head of cabbage. So I use 2 eggs, y'all. 2 eggs. So with me putting the chickpea stuff in there, powder, I'm sorry. See, it's absorbing. So that's how you want it. We're going to let that sit. And I have my shallot right here that I didn't put on. So I'm going to cut her up. Or slice her up, basically. It don't have to be... It don't got to be uniformed or anything. You just want basically the flavor, and then I'm going to take and put the chives in there as well. There's my little, what's the name right there? So that's the shallots I cut up. Put it in like so. I'm not going to use 100 spoons because I use 100 spoons when I cook. It don't make sense. So here we go. That's how I'm supposed to absorb it, just like that. It's not supposed to be runny. You want it to be as thick. So when you drop it in the hot oil, shit, okay. When you, it's so small in here, I make a mess, but I cleans up behind myself. So yeah, here we go. You can see how I was absorbing the cabbage is liquid alone. So that's the part that you need more binding. But I'm going to let you guys see it in a sec. So where is my chives? So here got the freeze-dried chives. I'm going to sprinkle that in there like so. Put a little soy sauce. And then I'm going to take and let it sit in the refrigerator for a minute. So here's the lid. Sit. Put the lid on it. Shake her up like so. So there, here we go. Here we go, here we go. So when I put this in the frying pan, it's going to crisp up. But it gotta get a little chilled. It don't look like it, but it will because of the flour. So yeah. So that part. So let me put this in the refrigerator and let it set. Put it in the grease. Let the grease get hot. 500. Boom. It's gonna fry it. Bam on one side. Boom on the other. Alright, so we're gonna let her sit in there. This is trash. So this is my salmon here. I'm gonna season it up. Blackened salmon is what this is gonna be. So I strained it. You can't fish when it's wet, whether you fry it or whether you bake it. It's not gonna come out like restaurantish, if you will. So that's the part there. That is it. I made the chickpea salad. I gotta edit the video and stuff. So I'm gonna do that. I'll probably post that tomorrow. This is my last little bit of fish. I gotta go get some more. I go to Red Terminal to get my fish, and it's starting to get a little warm. Now, I'm not gonna complain, because first I was complaining about it being chilly. So, I'm gonna spray some olive oil on my, hey y'all! So this is my black and salmon. I'm gonna spray some olive oil, avocado oil on here. Get one of these. These is the bomb. Because you know how you can't spray your oil and it clogs the seed. You can spray that sucker. That joint decent. Alright, so yeah. So I sprayed my oil on her. Then I'm going to put my blackened season on top and just let that sit. Right? So let me get a little pepper. I didn't take it out. I know I didn't use all my blackened. Oh my gosh, I used all my freaking blackened season. So I'm gonna have to make some. So that's what we gonna have to make some my own blackened season. I got it. I ran out, y'all. If I don't take some my blackened season, you know you need some cayenne. You need black paprika. I'm gonna use some onion powder. Oh, this one is open. Not open. See, y'all, I'm clumsy. Clumsy as shit. I'm so clumsy too, it makes me mad. It makes me mad, yo. It pisses me off. Hey, girlfriend, I made the chickpea salad. So, here go my onion powder. I'm going to put a little Old Bay on here, and then I got this rotisserie seasoning. They got like a little bit of spice or a little sweetness to it. That's going to do something. So this is my own. Oh, I did. Is this blackened? This is fucking blackened. Y'all, I found it. Yo, I found the blackened season. Well, we going to blacken it some more. Yeah, we going to blacken her some more. And then I never tried this. My son's baby mom, she left this here. And I heard somebody cooking with this Kinder's. I don't know, anybody ever heard of this? Or used it? It's called caramelized butter. So my food, I usually season one side of it, right? So it don't be real salty. And then I take the other pieces of the food and I put the bottom to the top to the bottom, like that type of situation. Then that way you won't over season your stuff. Yeah, because you don't want no heart attack specials. Yeah, we really don't want those. So, here's my salmon. I'm going to put a little bit of parsley on top and some tarragon. Tarragon tastes good with fish. It goes real good on fish. Especially a shrimp salad. If you make a shrimp seafood salad, it really gives it a pop. It really gives it a real good pop. So, I'm going to put a little bit on top of there. I take my seasoning. You know, like if you go to the produce junction, they sell bags of seasoning, right? So when they sell the bags of seasoning, that stuff go bad. So what I do, if you got a what you call that, a air fryer, it has the dehydration part on there, and you can take and dehydrate. You can dehydrate your herbs yourself, so it don't go bad. Shoot. So that's a little FYI too. So I think I did tell you everything I put in that cabbage fritter. So I need the parsley. There's one more thing on the salmon, parsley, and we finish with that. Oh, here we go, right here in my face. So now I'm getting ready to work on the cake, y'all. I'm not gonna be able to have cake today because it had to sit in the refrigerator, and then my little brandy gotta sit in there too. Sit in there, marinate. Let me put a little more spray on her. So here she go. So that's the salmon. I'm gonna let her sit, and then we gonna take and broil it on 400 for 10 minutes. So that's one down. It's my oyster mushrooms. The oyster mushrooms, I'm gonna fry these. And this is my buttermilk here that I made a mess already. See, y'all? This is my buttermilk that I made to dredge it, and then, well, not dredge it, I'm gonna dredge it with the flowers crack. But so yeah, that's going down over there. Check. I got some rice I made the other day, so I don't gotta make no rice. I got some in the refrigerator. I'm gonna heat that up to go with our cabbage fritters. And there it is. That's it. Hold on, wait. Let me fill up my wine. My wine glass. So, y'all, I had a bad thing. My son went to my family, had a funeral in Philly. I'm going to read the comments 1 second. I wasn't able to make it because I was hurting so bad yesterday. And he went down there and had a seizure. So, I go through so much. But God is good. I still hold on, y'all. I try to be transparent because people try to make it like life is like, it's just so easy. And just nobody has no troubles in the world. Or nothing happens and everything is good. That's bullshit. That's a whole bunch of bullshit. People grasping like straws, trying to hold on, live, and fight against oppression and all the other craziness that's going on in the world, let alone your own community, your own house, you know, so that part. So let me here, I need my measuring cups for my cake, and I need for my wet. So I'm gonna put all my wet ingredients in here. In the goddamn refrigerator. Oh gosh, I messed up. Alright, so we gonna have, I gotta melt the butter down a little bit. I'm gonna sit it on the stove and I forgot to let the butter thaw out, but we gonna work it out. We gonna work it out. Sorry to hear that. Hope he's feeling better. He's in the room. He has a traumatic brain injury. He was in a hit and run accident 2011, and on spring break from Delaware State. Hey, Highway 97 North. I'm Highway 95. Y'all, I'm trying to learn how to pin messages. I don't have no place down here for me to do no chat. I don't understand how that works. You helped me last time. Somebody helped me last time, and then now I forgot again. Oh yeah, let me get mine. So, yeah, it's gonna be alright. You know, the enemy he can't get me. So he gonna try to get what's close to me, my kids, my husband, you know, and we gotta remember. Let me see if you can see me. Yeah, we gotta remember that we have to stay prayed up, because you can't, least little bit you let him in, shoot, he coming for it anyway. I got good news on Friday about me stop taking the blood thinner, so I'm on my way to get my hip replaced. You know, on my way to a different place in my life. I'm trying to have a quality of life. I've been through so much, and whatever I have left, I appreciate it. I have all gratitude, and I'm not compromising. I'm not doing nothing that I ain't supposed to. I ain't trying to get no likes, views, no money, no extra, no fornicate, none of that. That's not my story. That's not what I want. I did all those things already. Yes, indeed, already. So yeah. This is my safe place here. Here, just to do hair. I did hair since I graduated from hair school '96. I did hair up in the shop until 2014 when I got sick, and I still had maybe like 2 customers, 3, 4, whatever, but not like I used to. But that's a happy place for me as well. So yeah, y'all. So I'm here. I'm shredding these carrots for I think 4. You need a cup of carrots, and you need a half a cup of nuts. So the nuts I took, and I soaked it in brandy, y'all. I don't know when I first came in. When I first came in, I was talking about the brandy in my nuts. I'm gonna show them again. You gotta be careful with this shredder thing. You'll cut your whole situation off. So yeah, so I'm cutting the carrots. What y'all having for dinner? I got 4 people in here and only 2 likes. Can I get a like, y'all? So the Last Supper was the Saturday. Well, yesterday, right? I wonder if they had wine at the Last Supper. You think so, y'all? Huh? Do you think so? So for the carrot cake, you need 2-3 cups of flour. Yeah, probably. You need 2-3 cups of flour. You need 2 1/4 cups of sugar. I use brown sugar. I use this kind of sugar instead of white sugar, but so yeah, that's basic. You need the 3 eggs, a half a cup of oil. Oh shit, shucks. it. That's that. I love carrot cake though. I just reasons. You haven't baked it so long. You know something? Baking is like a science, but I just become to be a baker. I mean, I never was like a baker until now. I always cook, but you don't sift it. How to make cake. That was her thing. How to make cake. That was her thing. And every time, and I, so, and every time, and I, so, so now the chargers and brandy. So when they cook in the cake, this a little taste. You don't get high, you get drunk off of that. That's my ex's Miss Gert's recipe. And apple cake, I can make that. I make pound cake really good. I know that off the top of my head. No worries. So I guess I can get started with just about the batter and everything. And then once you know everything is cool, I'll come back and always post a short. Because it takes so long to cook, and then all my stuff is from scratch. Like everything is from scratch. So that really takes another extra time. Takes more extra time, I should say. So yeah. You got to put the gloves on when you use these mandolins, because one time I used it to slice some onions and slice an old piece of my meat off. Honey, it almost died. Oh, it say very bad connection. That's what be going on here. You like carrot cake too? Me too, yo. I just don't eat it with the raisins in it. I like it with nuts, but I don't like it with raisins. So, yeah, I can't mess with it with the raisins. So here, you need 2 sticks of butter. Very poor connection, guys. I'm not able to stay on. Because back here in my kitchen, it's like so many factories in this area. I love when that girl say that. That is crazy. I want to have a good time. All right, so let me get my dry in the pot. Oh no, my eggs. I do my eggs in here. I put my vanilla extract, my eggs. I got my pineapple. You gotta have a half a cup of pineapple. I put my 3 eggs in there. I have extra large. These brown eggs though. So my butter still has to it has to melt. So where's my, okay. Says these are my nuts that I soaked. So these is my nuts. Oh shit! So trying to show y'all. Then drop the doggone. Drop the doggone. So you don't have to have a lot of eggs all the time. There's different things you can use for eggs. Like applesauce, bananas, any kind of fruit. So I'm going to use, I have my pineapples here. And I'm going to use a half cup. A half a cup of pineapples. Right here. So I'm going to have to take her and even her out because that's not even. You want to even it. That's how you know it's one whole cup. I mean, equivalent to whatever cup it is you use. So yeah. That's part of the liquid. Alright, so we need one whole cup of carrots. And I think I said 4 carrots make a whole cup. But 3 carrots make a whole cup. So maybe, shoot, I might put a little more carrots because the more carrots you have, the more healthy it is, right? It's going to be carroty. So when you had carrots or whatever, so that means that I don't have to use that much oil. I'm going to use just a little teeny bit of oil, not much. Because I use more carrots in there, right? So, I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I need 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Oh my God, where is it? Oh, here it goes. Say where my baking powder at. So the baking powder go in the dry. Alright. So 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I might put a little extra in there because I like extra. One teaspoon of cinnamon. Okay. Put these things back. I need salt. I need a teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of baking powder. Preferably, you should use iodized salt. Baking more so than sea salt or anything like that. I don't know what the chemistry of it does, but it doesn't really hold or it does like it should when you use like kosher salt and stuff like that. I got salt. I have salt. I just gotta locate the crap. Cause my kitchen is so small. My dream kitchen one day. I mean, my dream kitchen is to have one day an island in the middle before I leave here, before I leave this earth, and yeah, that's what I want. A nice kitchen. That's all that. That's the best gift I could ever have, yo. So yeah, I gotta find the salt, y'all, and then my dry. So this is all my wet ingredients in here. I just gotta put the salt in there. Put a half a cup of oil. I'm gonna use a half a cup. We got half a cup of oil back. There you go. I use avocado. So I'm gonna take and dredge my mushrooms so y'all can see that before the doggone thing cut off or whatever is going down. I don't know. You need like 4 batteries or something for this trick. It's like it was charged full. I was on here half an hour and now it's only like 20%. That thing went quick. Yeah, so here we go with the sugars. I need 2 3/4 cups of sugar. That's 1 cup. Oh shit. 1 cup. So 2 or 3 cups of sugar. Sugar turns into liquid, so I put it in there with the wet stuff. Especially this brown sugar. The brown sugar do something different. So when I take and put my flour in there, I gotta get my mixer over here. This will be my first time using my mixer. So yeah. You keep telling me this and telling me that. Practice what you preach. Here we go, baby. Oh, I didn't take my cream cheese out either. I gotta take my cream cheese out for my icing. For my icing. So I put the baking powder in there and the salt in the dry. And this is my wet here. With the pineapples and all that goodness. For goodness sake! This cashew milk, y'all. Cashew milk. Oh, no. No, it wasn't. That's not cashew. That's hazelnut. I'm sorry. Yeah. There you go. Where them fans at? There you go. Where them fans at? Y'all, I gotta, I made the mess, y'all. I got shit on stuff on the floor. Every doggone place you name it, I got it. So once the butter taken thaw out some, because it got to be room temperature, then I can mix everything together. So that's how that was going to go down. And I will show no, matter of fact, before I go, let me take and batter my mushrooms and put them in the flour. And then once they get done, once they get situated, I just need to find the salt. And all I need is the baking soda. And here is mine. That's my junky drawer over there. And that's the fish. Put the top on you. Like so. This is the butter right here. Gotta throw out. Alright, so here I am going to take the oyster mushrooms and I'm getting ready to batter them. So, at least you can see it battered. And then once I do the finished product, then you'll see how everything turned out. I appreciate each and every one of you guys that tuned in. You guys give me motivation. I look forward to doing it, and I hate when I say I'm going to do something and I don't come through, because I am convalescent. But guys, this really gets me going, and I really appreciate. So this is my flour right here. It's cornmeal, some wheat flour, and cornmeal and wheat flour. And nutritional yeast is in here. So I'm going to take and put my little, let me see, let me get this flour from over here. So this is my flour container. This self-rising. I have self-rising, then I got all-purpose too. Again, I said if you use self-rising, you have to. No, it makes the cake more moist. When you use all-purpose flour or the sifted flour if you will. If you use sifted flour, the cake is moist. If you don't sift the flour, it's going to be like bread. But that's what that's going to be like. So this is my buttermilk that I made to dip the mushrooms in. And this is my dredge. This is the dredge. And this is the flour, or whatever you call it. Put some parsley flakes in here. I put parsley in my flour because once you put the parsley in there, and then you dredge it, and then once you flour it, it has like a nice, pretty, flowery, vibrant color to it. So that's with the parsley in it, guys. Alright, so here I'm getting ready to dredge the mushrooms. Here we go. These are mushrooms. So you guys, you can take and pull them apart. You see how when you pull them apart, that's why they say it's like, it tastes like chicken, because when you